Hi, I'm Ray Romano, and I've known Harry Freedman for a long time. Not only as a terrific comedian, who I use very often as my opening act, but also as a good friend who I compete with in everything from golf to tennis to who's the bigger hypochondriac. So, with all this competition, it made me feel very good when Harry came begging to me to introduce this video. That's when I was stunned to find out all of Harry's other identities. Take a look.
Have too many long meetings turned your participants into zombies? Maybe it's time to bring them back to life. Meet Harry Freedman, the nation's leading expert.
And making the sale requires a term I know you're all familiar with that I like to call strategic planning. I know you've heard this term a million times. I know there are those of you out there that are involved in implementing strategic planning. But today, I want to give you my definition of what I mean by the term strategic planning. Our host company, RRI, in my opinion, is the best in the field. And success like this can only come from one source: leadership. People such as their president and CEO, Walter Hall. Now that I've gotten that remark out of the way, let me tell you, I really have no idea if Walter is all that great or not as a leader. But now that I have successfully kissed up to Walter, I stand a good chance of being rehired to speak again at next year's meeting. That's strategic planning.
According to front-page profiles in the business sections of the New York Times, Miami Herald, and International Herald Tribune, Harry Freedman, M.D., Ph.D., J.D., has been a doctor, a consultant, a top stockbroker, and a motivational speaker. He has been described as an expert in worker safety, bank regulation, health care, and stock forecasting. Harry Freedman is also an utter fraud. He will gladly pose as just about anything you want.
Truth of the matter is, I truly admire the work being done here at RRI, particularly when you consider as part of their jobs they have to deal with anything from handling transfers in over 60 countries while cutting relocation costs, handling inspections and disclosures and spouse partner support programs, to obtaining independent appraisals and analysis and disposing of old homes. Which I think proves one very important thing. The leadership of this company simply can't make up its mind what the hell it really wants to do. That's why I believe I've been brought in here in order to help clear these things up. After all, I think we've all heard the expression, those that can do, do. Those that can't do, teach. Those that can't teach, consult. And those that can't consult, recruit those that can do, which I think should pretty much explain the whole thing. Thank you. I know by now a lot of you are wondering what the heck I'm doing up here. The fact is, we didn't bring you here for an actual meeting, but rather because a lot of your companies hired me so they could have an excuse to get you out of your offices so they could clean out your desks and bring in the new trainees. Now, I hope by now you figured out I'm not actually a consultant to RRI, and if you haven't and you work for RRI, you're fired. I'm actually a stand-up comedian from New York City. My name is Harry Dilbert Freedman. Thank you. That's actually my stage name. My real name is Biff Wilson. And the reason I'm really here today is to talk to you about Amway products.
Our next speaker, Dr. Harry Freedman, is actually an old friend of Ed's. We've asked him to say a few words tonight about Ed, as well as to talk about some ideas that will help the next administration continue the tremendous legacy. Please welcome Dr. Harry Freedman.
First of all, I wanted to say what a beautiful and great hotel this is here. I'm actually staying here, and I'm having a great time. I figure anytime you can spend $17 on an English muffin for breakfast, and sign it away at Alfred's expense, you're having a great time. By the way, for those of you that are from out of town, I would like to welcome you here to New York City. There is, of course, beautiful culture in New York. If you get a chance, the Museum of Natural History just opened up a new exhibit. I went there. It's an amazing thing. They have a chair that was made entirely of bubble gum, and I reached underneath, there was a little wooden desk. I do want to say one thing, however, which is based on Ed's personal grooming habits, and that is if he spends as much time on his speech as I know he did slicking down his hair tonight, I think we are in for a very long and entertaining evening. The fact is, Ed has a very powerful way with words. He always has strong messages in his speeches, such as advising freshmen during matriculation that 20% of them will meet their future wives at Alfred. What he fails to mention is 62% of them also meet their future ex-wives at Alfred. Then there are the great accomplishments of Ed's, like turning the Rogers Campus Center into the Powell Campus Center, which basically means for enough money we'll remove an old donor's name right off the building and paint it over with a new one as if the first name never existed.
As one of the country's foremost experts on sports fitness, my next guest treats many famous athletes and celebrities. He's a member of the National Board of Sports Medicine and the author of this bestseller, Cut to Win. Please welcome Dr. Harry Freedman. Okay, Super Bowl Sunday. A guy's hurt, but you know you can give him... Would you give him painkiller to get him through one game?
I would never give a player a medication unless it's absolutely necessary, like if the game's really close and I have a lot of money bet on that game. In which case I'll shoot him so high he'll be able to fly over that stadium.
Oh my! Absolutely. Well, okay, we have Keith Hernandez. What would you? I know you work with some older, excuse me, Keith, older athletes.
Yes.
What would you got? Any ideas for Keith?
I could help Keith without question. You know, it's true he's getting up in years. His body's deteriorating. His muscle tone is pretty much wasted away. But you know, about all he's got left are his looks. But you strap him on a table or give me a sharp instrument, I'll have him ready for spring training.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I can't explain it to you, Sally.
What would you do? I'm sorry, what would you do with me?
I'd cut you up.
Well, all right, Dr. Freedman, something I think we all want to know. Where exactly did you go to medical school?
Well, I didn't go to any one location. It's kind of one of those correspondent courses, you know, with the welder on late-night TV. People don't think it's prestigious, but I not only got my degree, I got a nice set of tools, so...
I mean, where did you find time to even write that book?
Well, I think that's best answered by reading my next book, which is entitled Managing Your Time in Prison.
By former Dr. Harry Freedman.
Well, I've had some problems.
Yeah, I understand it. Thank you for being here with us tonight, Dr. Harry Freedman.